Now that I and you have chosen our layouts, we can slowly start rolling the coding boulder. I like this layout because I have a big view on the coding editor, but I still have all my other windows, so if I need to quickly check something, well, I can do it with just a glance. The workspace, the current folder, any file that I want, the command window. I can test a piece of my code in my command window. With the code editor, you can also save your work in files. These files have the .m extension, which indicates that they are MATLAB files. Let's have our first file that we created. Let's save it. To save it, either press Ctrl and S from your keyboard or go in the editor menu and select Save. Select your desired directory and give a name to your file. First file.m. So we just created our first file and we have saved it. Now we can save our code. You can also open files. You can do this in one of two ways. You can either use the open menu up here in the corner or Ctrl O from your keyboard, or you can change your current folder to a folder that contains files. So if I change my current folder, you can either do it from the menu up here. So if you click on this little arrow here, you will see all of the folders that you have in the given directory. In this case, my local disk drive C. Here I'm going to navigate to my directory, which is in the courses folder, MATLAB for Beginners, Code, Introduction, First File. So I'm going to navigate there now, or you can simply write this directory. And once you navigated to your desired folder, as you can see here, down here in my current folder window, I can see my first file that we just created. If we create more files, we will see all of them listed here. So this way you can quickly navigate between different files. Finally, I want to show you what we like to call the holy trinity of almost any M file. This is the CLC, clear and close all. Now, the holy trinity because these are three functions that we use. So what are these functions doing? CLC is the simplest of all of these functions. CLC will clear your command window. Any commands or outputs that you had there will be deleted and your command window will be daisy fresh. So as you can see here, currently we have some outputs in our command window. If I type CLC, all of this gets removed. It's useful because you may not even notice that at some point you're looking at old outputs from some other files or from an older version of your current file, and you're trying to fix something that is actually not broken. Clear will clear all your workspace variables, the ones that we have here. We're no longer going to have access to them. So that way, if you have leftover variables from another file, they will not interfere when you run your current file, and every time you start fresh. So if I type clear, all my workspace variables were cleared. And finally, the close all will close all of the currently opened windows, not layout windows, but windows like plots. So if I have plots, so let me just show you plot. This is a plot window, a figure window. As you can see down here, it opened a brand new window. The close all will close all such window. If you don't use it and you run a file that creates plots or some other tricky thing that involves new windows, you will eventually get a ton of new windows that stay opened. They will eat resources like your RAM memory mostly. They will interfere with your work if you're focused on testing your code. You may not even notice that you're looking at a window that was opened 2 hours ago, and you will wonder why it's not affected by the changes that you make in your code. So whenever you create a MATLAB file, always start with these three functions.